welcome. It has taken a pandemic to demonstrate the inherent risks in international air travel. It takes little more than a day to get from one place on this earth to another. The speed with which an infected traveller can spread to others is breathtaking. Here in Australia, Dr. Norman Swan broadcasts the CoronaCast podcast, which has been a great source of factual information on all things corona. The episode on the 14th of July 2021 was especially interesting as he spoke about the origins of this deadly virus. There has been conjecture that Covid-19 leaked from the Wuhan Institute of Virology either deliberately or accidentally.
His work focuses on the evolution and emergence of infectious diseases, particularly the mechanisms by which viruses jump species. He's been at the forefront of work aimed at understanding how that happened with COVID-19. Eddie, thanks for being with us. We've heard a lot of speculation about the origins of this virus. What do we know for sure?
So we know that this virus was most likely present in animal populations in China. We think the most likely animal that it would have started off in would have been bats. We know that bats carried on coronaviruses. And then it probably, can't be sure, but we think it probably jumped from a bat into another animal. And that other animal was probably near a human, maybe in some sort of market situation. And so we're not sure what that intermediate animal species is yet. That needs to be kind of looked at further. But maybe that intermediate animal species in a market then passed the virus to humans, and that's how it's kind of started spreading, probably in Wuhan, and then it's gone global.
Nobel laureate Professor Peter Doherty and Professor Edward Holmes, who released COVID-19's genome to the world, make a strong argument that COVID-19 was one of many viruses that have jumped species. They co-authored The Origin of SARS-CoV-2, a critical review. There have been about 9 escapes from animals in the last 2 decades. Think SARS, COVID-1, MERS and COVID-2. The viruses are called zoonotic as they originate in animals. Here, Professor Peter Doherty talks about the likely origins of these deadly viruses.
We knew about 2 coronaviruses in human populations before the year 2002. And they're common cold coronaviruses. They also cause croup. But what I must say, since COVID-19, I'm really wondering whether they don't cause other things as well. But they've been around since the 1960s. The original coronavirus, which was named by a Scottish electron microscopist called June Almeida, working in London, was one of those. And then after 2002, suddenly, between 2000 and 2020, we've got 5 more human coronaviruses known. One was the original SARS virus, which infected people and then burnt out. There are 2 more common cold ones. Possible one of them was circulating before we missed it. But then there's the MERS one in the Middle East that goes from camels into people, kills 30% of people, but not as infectious. And then we've got COVID-2. So something has dramatically changed since the year 2000. And basically, I think that is massive international air travel and passenger air travel, particularly out of China, with an emerging middle class. And China has live animal markets and live bird markets. We know from influenza and we know from the original SARS, these places are extremely dangerous.
Is this the end of freedom of travel as we know it? Probably not, although a return to so-called normality is a way off. To cross borders will mean showing your proof of vaccination, and you can bet that travel insurance will cost more. Resources for the rapid identification of emerging viruses and then international efforts to contain and treat these is crucial. This will involve wealthier nations helping poorer nations to act. Remember how international efforts eradicated smallpox, which was endemic in poorer countries. It was in everyone's interest to work together. So people, stay safe and heed health advice. Please comment below on whether COVID-19 has affected your family. Please like and subscribe to promote content.